I'm Eric Anderson here at Tormach. I am one of the machinists, and I'm also the head cam specialist. You may recognize my voice from SprutCam videos. What I'm doing today is I'm going to take this piece of a carburetor from a 1983 Yamaha scooter that I bought, and I'm going to scan it with the Tormach CNC scanner, and then I'm going to draw around the scan so that I can get the geometry for this edge. And then I'm going to take that geometry, bring it into SprutCam, and program the toolpaths. And then once I get that program, I'm going to come back out here and I'm going to cut the gasket out with a drag knife cutter on the 1100 machine. So basically I'm making a gasket. You might say, Eric, why don't you just spend $1.50 for the gasket? And I would say, why spend $1.50 when you have all this machinery at your command? All right, so I'm going to set up the CNC scan to run, and I've put the carburetor in the vise, and I have surrounded that carburetor with white paper towels. And the reason why I did that is because I want to up the contrast between the carburetor and the rest of the space around it. So that white paper towel really accentuates that contrast. And now I've also pre-focused the microscope camera onto the plane that I wish to be pulling the geometry that I need for that gasket. So it's very important to make sure that the focus is right on for the area that you wish to get the proper geometry from. We're just doing the setups. It's going to be a 3x3 inch scan, and we're going to use 60% of the camera's field of view because it is a gasket. It doesn't have to be highly accurate. Now we'll set up a start point so that we can so it knows where to start the scan, and we're at the place that we want it to start. So we'll just click on set start point and go next. And now we want to scale by motion. So I'm going to set my first point, and I have to find a dot or a blemish or something on the screen that I can pick out 2 times in a row. So I'm going to pick this one dot we see right here. So that's going to be my first point. Now I'm going to set my second point to go down in this corner. And we'll take that shot and we'll put the crosshairs right there. And then the software does the trigonometry and figures out the distance. Go next. And it's going to get ready to shoot the scan. So as soon as it starts shooting the scan, then we'll show you the scan. The amount of pictures that the camera captures is directly related to, first, how big the field of view is, and second, how accurate do you need that scan to be. If you need the scan to be really, really super accurate, then the microscope camera needs to get much closer to the work, and the field of view needs to be narrowed to very small, and then it will take many, 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 many pictures and knit them into that mosaic. You'll see that the only in focus part is the edge that I'm trying to focus on. The bottom of the carburetor bowl is not in focus at all, and that's going to come out looking funny with the mosaic, but the sides will be right on. So step 2 now is going to be to draw our geometry. So we can do it right here. And what I'm going to do here is fade this whole thing to about 40%. It makes it easier to see some of the lines. And I'm going to just start drawing. I'm drawing this line. I'll draw another line from this point right here. And we'll go right up to this point here. Draw a line there. So I'll go around and make all my straight lines, and then we'll do some arcs. So I'll do this line from here. So we have the rough outline now, except for the curves that we got to put in. And we can draw some of the holes now. And I like to just kind of try to zoom in to the point where it looks like the crosshairs are equal in the middle. And then draw a circle. And now we can try to do some of the curves right here. And we can do this one here, here. And now all I gotta do is go through and trim off these extra bits here. So, image, and I believe breaking these, this, right there. Alright. Now we can just select this guy and delete all the hanging chads away from all this stuff. We want to export this as a DXF to the desktop. We're going to call it gasket. Save it. And now we can look on our desktop and we have our gasket DXF. So now the next step of this entire thing is to take this geometry into SprutCam and program the toolpaths. So that's our next step.